Warning: Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as a criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All people are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I reserve my First Amendment rights to express myself. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Monday, day after Valentine. Father's Day. Valentine's. Oh, Lordy. That's just how crazy this day's been. So, welcome. Well, the thing is, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you today? So, we're just kind of catch up on a few things. I know yesterday was Father's Day, so hopefully everybody stays safe and everybody had enjoyed their Father's Day. I know in certain areas where I'm at, it did rain a little bit, so hopefully everybody stays safe. I know these last couple of days with the rain here in Texas, we did have a few unfortunate um, incidents where we unfortunately lost a few people due to the flooding here in Texas. So my prayers go out to the families that lost somebody during the floods, um, as well as hopefully everybody continues to stay safe. Um, yeah, that was just an unfortunate situation that happened. Um, so I'm kind of preparing for the event on Saturday. If you are in Texas, if you are in San Antonio, Texas, I will be hosting an event. It will be at the Riener Schnitzel off of Water's Edge, which is I think 410 and 151 area. If you're familiar with the city. Um, Also, I did do a live about it, so there should be a flyer with the address on it. As well. I also been working on a lot of the things I just ran out of ink, so which is funny because I'm still kind of in like I'm like a perfectionist, so I think I printed out these like 20 times already, and yeah, I think I'm using most of my ink trying to get this right instead of just getting the information on there to get the information out to the people. But I'm also working on what we're going to be having at the event. I'll be having gift cards for the people who do come visit me at my table. I am probably going to, I'm trying to think of creative ways. So if anybody out there knows of creative ways, things to do to generate funds for the organization, that'll be amazing. Because I think I have somebody donating some other cups besides the organization cups. So just to one, I guess relieve I guess some of her inventory, and as well as giving me an opportunity to sell her cups and make money off of it. Not make money, but give the make money for for the organization, the charity. So again, my organization is Vivid Lifestyles, VVLS. We help heal the wounded of abuse, break the silence, we break the cycle. So um, this month, yesterday, like I said, was June 15th. It was World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day. Such a tongue twister, I know, but I got it. So in honor of Elderly Abuse this month. That's what this event will be on January 21st. Good Lord, can I get my dates right? June 21st. Telling you, it was a crazy day. I'm like all over the place trying to get this stuff printed. I run out of ink. It's crazy. So but I do have a couple of things. I think this was kind of the thing, but I finally got it to where it looked okay, and then I'm thinking about changing the whole design to it. I am making everything. Yes, I can't stand any kind of abuse, whether it's elder or child, women, men, just human, and people in general. We should not be abused. There's a lot of types of abuse, and actually, for the elder abuse, their their type of abuse where they're really like the top two besides physical abuse, like the top one is financial abuse. So elderly people are more likely to be exploited financially or taken advantage financially. So that is like a main concern. But again, this is like this right here has all like the local here in Texas. So hopefully I'm trying to get this out. um I posted it on my Facebook. This is bad. I posted. I'm gonna take off the background, guys, because that's making my video kind of. It's okay. My house is somewhat clean. Don't mind the kids' beds if they're not made. But yes, I think I'm gonna actually switch this up and make it a half and do a front and back. So, but this is kind of has all the local numbers, has elder, it has the protective services for the elder abuse, it has the food stamps number, it has the Medicaid numbers, it has lawyer numbers, legal assistance, aging and disability. So typically the numbers that the elderly will need are going to be on this type of thing. I did also make, again, these are all my little examples. I'm still working on the perfectionist of it, but you would think like it looks fine. All you gotta do is follow them. No. But again, this is kind of an example. Again, break the silence, break the cycle, and once I get it all folded, you can kind of see. But again, it kind of shows, tells you the 10 types of abuse. It gives a little story of, a scenario of what can happen or different of what this lady went through. So um, it just kind of gives a story, and then of course on the back it gives you the signs, like what to look for, obviously bruising, things like that, but a lot of it has to do with their character and how they respond to people as people get older. um, some of their mental abilities tend to like leave them. So they might just be aware of like their behavior, like if they start acting differently around certain people who come by, who, or they're just like they're always jolly and then all of a sudden they just seem so depressed. Definitely want to look into those signs, because there may be something really to look into, and that's probably more than just a medical condition. Because sometimes, yes, we get it, medical conditions, like Alzheimer's and all those kind of things, they can change people's moods and their way of behave, their behavior issues, but not necessarily that. Don't always take it into consideration that it is because they're just getting old and they're grumpy and they're this. Always want to ask questions, ask questions, ask questions, especially they're in a home or in some kind of elderly community kind of setting. um, you just really keep an eye on them, and again, their finances. So if you see abrupt changes to like wills, bank accounts, things like that, that is something you want to question and look into. um, so definitely, and then all my documents will have the QR code on the bottom, so you can they can just automatically donate to the organization straight from the flyers. um, I did finally finish the website. I do have the store on the website, guys. Yay! I started it. It's not fully complete, but there are a few items on there. So that'll be another way to help, help with the organization by purchasing one of those products on the website. Again, the website link is scrolling down at the bottom now. So you want to go there, you can donate from there. You can watch my lives from there. You can see all the other platforms I'm on, like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, things like that. You'll have a way to email me, and this will also be the place where there's a link to the store as well. So websites, websites coming along, brochures are coming along. So hopefully everything will be done by Saturday. And the funny thing is my system finally came in. And the funny thing is I don't know what I was thinking. Apparently I wasn't, because now that I'm switching to an Apple system for like my computer at home, I don't know why. I was just like, oh, I don't need a new keyboard or anything. I'm just gonna, whatever. I got me new monitors and everything, but I was just like, keyboards, mouse, like, who really thinks of these things? Well, it comes to find out, like, you need a Bluetooth thing. I'm like, oh, let me go to Amazon real quick because yeah, that isn't gonna work. So I like have my system on and I can't do anything because it's like I don't have a wire like a Bluetooth keyboard. I have a wireless keyboard and mouse, but it's not Bluetooth compatible. So I was like, hmm, great thinking, right? It took me 2 months to get this thing in, and now I don't need. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that hopefully I have all this stuff taken care of before Saturday. And then I did make my own little cards, so that way they have them with them. Of course, it has the QR code to the thing, the link up there, and then my information and just something that they can hold on to. So I completed these. I think I only did like 100 and something of them, but I printed them out. I did all the cutting, so these these were kind of, they weren't too time consuming, but I had to do it myself. So I did order more ink. I did order more stuff to come in, some more paper. I do have, actually, I am gonna have a Spanish version of this, so I think I'm gonna do probably one on a pink paper and one on a purple, and get rid of this color. See, I'm telling you, I'm like trying all these things. I'm like, what looks best? And I'm like, it's an event for elderly people. I don't think they're gonna care as long as they have the information, right? So it's just like throwing a massive kids party and they don't even like their kids, like But and as you could tell, I was trying like see on my test things because technically I kind of wanted the lettering white, but I don't know what was going on. I This could have been my telltale sign that I was running out of ink, but yeah. So yes, I am trying to come up with creative ways to things to do at this event. Like I said, I am giving out just gift cards for whoever comes visit me. I do want to do something with these extra items that are donated. I don't know if I want to do like if they donate $10 or more, they get a cup, or they do this, they get that, or should I have a spinning wheel? And then I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm already like stressed out here, but I'm trying to add more stuff, but that's just me. um, I did get like a little portable radio so I can have out there because I still didn't have a DJ to volunteer. So I guess I'll be my own DJ, and that's okay. If anybody wants a DJ, I guess I'm now a DJ. No, I'm just joking, guys. I'm not a DJ. Um, I'll be playing radio music, or or like you know Pandora or something. I don't know. But definitely. So June 21st, I will be having my event. I will try to be running live as much as possible. I don't think I'm gonna do a continuous 3 hour live the whole time I'm there, but I will be putting up videos of the event. So hopefully it turns out to be good. I'm hoping it doesn't rain because from what I was looking at the weather in advance, it's gonna start raining again. Like I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday or something like that. I'm like, why, why? So we'll see how that goes. And but yeah, so we're definitely trying to fight this whole abuse deal. Again, what? Give me 1 second. All right, my kids. Kids are being kids. So I don't know how they can have like things so loud and then try to watch TV. I'm like, dude, I cannot even hear the TV. Like, I don't know what y'all are doing in here, but their kids are they're having fun. They've already did what they needed to do today. So I'm, as long as they're not, hurting each other or doing something to the extreme, and they are good. So again, like I said, onto this thing. It has been a crazy. This is what I've been working on, and it's like as soon as I start getting stuff done, like I start running out of ink, and I start running out of paper, and I start. So yeah, I'm waiting for more ink, waiting for more paper. But once this is gone, I think I'm pretty much topped off of my personal budget for this. Again, a lot of this is coming out of my personal funds. So again, like I said, we're a new organization. We're really starting to pick up, and I really, really do hope we raise enough funds so that way we can start helping out families and people with this. So again, please, please, please like, share, subscribe to these videos. It doesn't have to be necessary this one, but please, anyone that is relevant and that has information on it or anything like that that people can use in the future, just share it, like it, subscribe, whatever. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either way. Please let me know what you think. If you don't like my videos, just thumbs down and I'll get the picture. And then it would be nice if y'all let me know what y'all don't like about the video. Be like, oh, your house is too messy. Like, please hide it. Nah, I'll do that for you guys. But I usually do anyway. It's just the fact that I wanted to show these and they weren't coming out with that background with the green screen background. So again, these are like the little business cards that I made. Of course, my husband was like, those are really big business cards. I was like, if I get any smaller, the poor people won't be able to read my print. And then I was like, I think y'all can barely read that print. So, but yes, it just says break the silence, break the cycle, heal the wound of abuse. And it just says it all the way around. So, again, something simple, something quick to get out to the people. I don't know how many gift cards I'm going to have. I think I'm probably going to get quite a few, anywhere between 50 to 100 gift cards. But again, I don't know. It just all depends on what kind of funds I have left over after doing all this other stuff. Because gift cards are not like my priority. It's giving out the information to the people who need it is my priority. But again, the gift cards will probably be, and I do actually have two gift cards too that are $100 worth for, I believe it's to one of the, they're both to like a cruise line, two different cruise lines, but they're both $100 for a cruise line. I can't remember which cruise line. I think it's Holland and something else. So I do have, so I don't know if I want to like import that into a drawing of some sort, because that's what I use the other ones for. When I these were just leftovers from a previous event that I did for my travel business, because I'm also travel, which is why I think it works so well for me to help out the people who are looking for a safe place, because I have the connections with hotels, um um I want to say Bed Bath and Beyond, but that's my mind's shopping right now. See, when I get stressed out or over, my mind's over processing, I go straight to shop. Like my mind just checks out and goes like, oh, like what if I was just at Skechers right now, or Bed Bath and Beyond, right? But yeah, it's not cool. But yes, so definitely June 21st, which is this Saturday, we will be having an event here in San Antonio, Texas at the Reno Schnitzel. Let me see if I can just pull up the address. I know I have it on one of these. Let me see if I. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can use that for my background. Ah. So, okay, it's not in there. And I just took it off because I didn't like the way it looked, and I guess I'll put it back on. Let me take a look at this screen. So as you can see there, it didn't show my, no, of course it didn't show the address on there. But I think it's like 83 something Water's Edge. The street name is Water's Edge. So I wonder if I could share the screen. I'll share the screen, guys, if it lets me. Okay. So right here, it's going to be at the 8302 Waters Edge Drive. It is the Wiener Schnitzel. It is in a little kind of small shopping center over there by, if you are a local and if you've been here a while, if you knew where 80 Arcadiana was, it's no longer there. It just recently closed, and I think, and if you are from Texas, you should know because it was a whole deal on Facebook. So, um, that 80 Arcadiana was closing, so it is no longer there. But they did turn it into another Mexican, not another, but they turned it into a Mexican little restaurant. So, but it is literally right in there where I believe Legends used to be in there. I don't think Legends Sports Bar is in there. They have a little daycare, things like that. So I think there was a furniture store up in there. So it's a lot of little things up in there. So it's right by, it's not too far from the HEB off of Marbach and 410. So definitely want to come out and visit me. I'll be having some gift cards to Wiener Schnitzel. So come out and see me. Might be enough to get you a free meal. Let's see, while supply, and this is only gonna be while supplies last, and must be 18 years and older. Sorry, kiddos. In the future, maybe we'll be able to do a kids event. But again, one event at a time. I don't want to be, and again, I'm really stressing out because I do want this event to come. I have been talking about doing these types of things for a while, trying to get this organization up and running, trying to do what I can to spread the word. Um, so it's a lot. So eventually, I will be needing some help. It would be nice if I had a little help now, but like I said, a good way to help is to donate to the organization. Um, whether it's whether it's funds or if you want to donate something for the event, that is fine. I'm always welcome to the idea. um, Again, this is going to be at Reno Schnitzel, so I am grateful that she is allowing us to have it there. um, Again, I'm just trying to think of creative ways and things like that. So again, if anybody has any ideas um, for this event, please have your families come out and see me. Um, I don't know what I want to do because, like I said, I have these other gift cards that actually have been sitting there. I had them for a while, at least 6 months now. So I do got to get rid of them so that way somebody could use them and the money doesn't go to waste. On top of all, let's see what else. So this is my Monday. I'm cleaning. I still got to do some type of grocery shopping because we're not completely out of food. Like in my mind, we're completely out of food, but I know we're not completely out of food. People are gonna be like, I see plenty of food on your shelves. It may not be matching like peanut butter and jelly, but you got food and you can make it work. Um, but but no, this time I do have peanut butter and I have jelly, so I shouldn't have one or the other this time. But it's not a peanut butter jelly day. I don't do sandwiches on Monday. I don't know what it is. I think I had got myself into a habit of just trying to cook every day, and I don't know. I took obviously I didn't cook yesterday, and then I think the day before I think we bought out. I think I bought out, so I haven't cooked in like 2 days, and I think it's affecting me because I just feel so blah. Or it could be the weather. let me see. This is what the weather looks like here right now. Blah, there's no sun. Oh, there's a little bit of sun, but this is dark. If you would see it on a sunny day, I'm gonna have to show you guys what it looks on a sunny day, because that, my friends, is depressing. So again, we will be June 21st, Saturday at 2 p.m. From 2 to 5, we'll be at the Reiner Schnitzel off of Water's Edge here in San Antonio, Texas. Be there or be square. No, I'm just joking, guys. Remember those good old sayings? Be there or be square. Or if you don't, I guess he didn't want to come over here. Okay. Um, I like it. My son goes, Mommy, he's standing on the bed. I'm like, well, is he jumping? No. Is he trying to grab the thing? Oh, no, he was jumping. So I was like, oh, yeah, he needs to get out. I don't know. What is it with kids jumping on the bed? I don't, yeah, I remember jumping on the bed. I used to have fun jumping on the bed. So, but see, the bed that I have was given to me from my mom. So I'm not trying to destroy that bed. Now, my old bed, they can do whatever they wanted to it, but okay. Sorry, my baby was in the picture, so I didn't want to show myself on the screen. But yes, so welcome, welcome, Rainbow. Welcome. Let them in, boys. Jaden. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Love the bird. Oh, yes, my little hummingbird. I I liked it because it was vibrant. I don't the hummingbird. I I know the hummingbird has a specific meaning to it, but I don't really look into it. I just found it. I like hummingbirds, and it was cute. And then I like rainbows a lot. So I just kind of liked it, went with it. And then with the name, I was just like, oh, it's just very vivid, very vivid. So I'm kind of like me, I guess. I'm very vivid sometimes. Can be. Baby, what are you doing, my love? So, but I thought it was a good representative of like peace, and it just makes you smile. I don't know. Whenever I look at it, I'm just always happy to see it. So I figured it would have been um, a good logo for the type of work that I did, especially with it always being so depressing. So I wanted them to know that, there's more to that. You don't always have to be depressed. The bird is something that's going to set you free. So he was chugging that water. Okay. But yeah, so again, I was kind of just showing Miss Rainbow. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I was just kind of showing, kind of going over some of the ideas I had for the event that's coming up on Saturday. So I was kind of like letting people know I was currently working on it. And actually I wasn't going to come on today, really. I wasn't trying to come on, you know, for the next few days, not until like Wednesday or Thursday, once I'm able to catch up on everything. But then I ran out of ink and I'm like, oh, and I literally just ordered some. So I'm like, dang it, I knew I should have ordered it. But I didn't want to like order it on Friday and then on Saturday and then it came in on Father's Day and I wasn't going to be here. And you know how that goes. So I was like, ordered it first thing this morning. And then the next thing I know, I start working and I did a couple of, was able to print out a few things. And then it was just like, oh, no more ink, no more ink. I was like, perfect. And then with my system, I was letting you guys, I'm glad I didn't get rid of my old system when I got my new one because I was like, I don't even have a Wi-Fi keyboard or mouse. So then I had to go and get one of those, order one of those. And I'm like, Amazon, because I'm definitely not going to the Apple store to pay $200 for a mouse or $100 for a mouse, depending on which one you want, and 100 and something for a keyboard. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. I'll pay that much for your computer, but not for the accessories. That is a good idea. I was thinking of just waters, but yeah. See, I'm so like over my head right now. But yes, that is a good idea. Because I did say I was gonna have gift cards. I know some of the gift cards I was gonna hand when people come up to the table, but I have a few other gift cards and a few things that people are donating, for me to go ahead and raise money to sell and raise money for the organization. So I don't know of any other activities I can do besides donate like $10 and get a free cup or free this, or I don't know. And then I have a couple of gift cards for $100 for a cruise. Um, so I didn't know if I wanted to do a drawing. But yes, I do love the iced tea thing. I That would be cool. Hmm. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna have to fit that in, especially if we're gonna be at Wiener Schnitzel. I know they have lemonade there. I wonder if she has tea. Maybe I can see if she would sponsor the tea. Hmm. And the funny thing is, my husband works for Reno Schnitzel, and I've only really eaten it once. That's hilarious, right? Okay. But yes, yes, iced tea. I'm gonna have to look into that. And it's probably gonna have to be store bought so people feel safe drinking it. Mm. So yeah, that is. I'm gonna have to see my. You kind of like now. I'm thinking about that. Yes, yes, I am gonna have to serve tea. I did. Um, like I said, I did finish some of these cards. I made about 100 to between 100 and 200. I wasn't necessarily keeping counts, but although I should have. But when you're doing things yourself, like this is why I didn't have the background on. Let me take it back off now that my son's gone out of the pic. Now that he's out of the pic, right? Okay. So this is kind of like, as you can tell, I personally did it, but hey, did what I could with the time I had, with the funds I have. So, yeah, I think they came out okay for me doing it. And I always have, so on the side, on all my products or product and little flyers, I put the QR code down at the bottom. I thought that was kind of interesting so they can donate right away from the click of their button. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to get a QR code from my actual website because if you hit That one just takes you kind of like to donate. So I'm like, which is my PayPal. It sends it straight to the PayPal. But I'm like, I want also one from that for the because I finished the kind of finished the website. The website's crossing down at the scrolling down at the bottom, the streamlabs.com, Dish and T with D. From there, they can also get the merch, the store. Um, you can see the live feed that I'm currently doing at the time. You'll be able to click to my other platforms, and you'll be able to email me from there as well. So the website's pretty much control. So that's kind of what I've been doing like before the weekend. So I was trying to get it done by Sunday, and I for the most part, it's it's well enough to put it out there for publish. So like I said, I got a few cups up there for merchandise, little notepads. I know it's summer, so the swimwear is out now. So we got it, bathing suits and men's bottoms. So those are really cool. So definitely want to look into that. But yes, I did. At least I got the website going, so that way these people had a place to go and reach out to me besides my telephone number or anything like that. Because we all know who really answers the phone for unknown numbers. I know I don't. So it's not a good thing to try to. That's why I'm like, no. If you're gonna have my number, you're either gonna text me first, or you're gonna go through the email because it's easier to reach out to me and get my attention. Because if you show up as an unknown number on my phone, you're getting sent to the voicemail. Plain and simple. Especially if you're texting me or something. But yes, I was showing them. I think I'm gonna cut this one in half. I'm probably just gonna do. I already started working on this one to redo. I don't like a whole sheet like this, but it does have all the neighborhood resource numbers here locally. Um, and some of them do have like the national hotline numbers on there as well, but most of the stuff I do have the local numbers for, you know, local people here. But I think I am going to kind of cut it in half and put numbers on one side and leave uh, my information on the front side, and then maybe I can get more and save. Get more and save, right? And then of course I have a Spanish version of this one. I'm probably not gonna do pink and blue because since I bought color paper, I'm probably gonna do it on a solid color. Make purple English or pink English and purple Spanish because I did it in Spanish as well. Yes, thank God for translator. So I did that. So now it's just a matter of getting the ink and me perfecting it because I still don't like how this one came out. I mean, you'll probably be like, it looks fine. All you gotta do is fold it. No, 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 no. But eventually my OCD will the time will overside my OCD because once I run out of time, then I can't fix it no more. I'm out of time. But other than that, I think after these last ink cartridges that I get in and whatever flyers and little posters I can do from the ink I just got will probably be all I do because yeah, I'm pretty much over budget for my personal funds for this. So, but other than that, I think I pretty much covered everything out of my personal budget. Um, so that way we can raise as much funds as we can for this organization. I do have people already asking me how I'm able to assist them, and besides giving the only way I can right now is giving them the resources and the numbers and the websites that they can go to because unfortunately I can't provide out of my own pocket for them a place to stay. So and although I would love to open my house to people, I just can't, not before kids and a husband and no, well, five because my daughter's never really here anyway. So she's 16, guys. She just actually her birthday was today. So happy birthday, baby. I already told you happy birthday. I'm telling you again. And which is really cool because it's Tupac's birthday. Rest in peace, Tupac. So I just find it interesting that she has the same birthday as Tupac. I was like, but she actually kind of reason has some like she says some real things sometimes. I'm like, really? Like, okay. But iced tea, yes, I'm gonna have to come up with a way because I know it's really hot here in Texas, or it's when it's not, even when it's raining, it's hot. Even gloomy like this, you go outside, you're gonna be sweating. It's sticky, humid heat, um, like almost humidity. So, I'm gonna have to think of a way to keep those cool because I won't be able to put like anything out, like those big containers and have them self serve or something. But I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep it cool and probably have to do like ice chests or something, which we have. It's just a matter of the extra work, right? Lugging the stuff around. But no, I don't mind doing that. So that is an interesting factor. Thank you, Miss Rainbow, for that idea because um, it is going to get used. So again, I am going to try to go live on Saturday. I just since I wasn't planning on coming on here, but I ran out of ink. So again, please inform if you know anybody here in the local area. Please let them know. Come out and support. My son had to put his tablet on the charger apparently. Um, so let me see what else. So yes, if you know anybody in the local area, within a reasonable radius, I don't need you driving out of town just to come and see me or anything. Unless you want to volunteer, yes, I'll take all the volunteers I can get. But yeah. So again, like I said, I'm getting little things here and there. Now I gotta figure out a way to do that iced tea because that is a cool idea. Oh, it'd be cool if I could make little things for the little iced teas too with the QR code and logo or something. Okay, really, a week is only in like this is literally in less than 5 days, in about 5 days. So I don't even know I'm gonna be able to push all that, but the teas are nothing because I need to do grocery shopping anyway. So that's just gonna be added to my list. So that I'm glad I'm behind on my grocery shopping because usually I do it on Sundays, and since it was Father's Day, I'm like, not doing it. Going to my sister's to go eat. So, and then here we are Monday. I'm looking. I'm like, we got enough for today. Like, I really need to do it because eventually we're not gonna be like, oh, like today's the day we should have got them yesterday, so we would have had groceries today. And I'm like, I just hate grocery shopping, especially online. Like I love going into the store and doing it, but I'm not taking all four kids with me. No, no, no. Will not, will not. I see how it is to take one or two kids into the store, take four of them, and all four boys. No, I need a little bit of sanity. So I usually do a lot of my grocery shopping online and just have it delivered. Sorry, my other son had to charge his tablet now. So I guess everybody's tablets are dead right now. So I guess they're just gonna have to watch TV or jump on mommy's bed. I don't know because they sound like they're having too much fun over there now. But anyway, again, I don't like grocery shopping online because it's tedious. And then I'm one of those I have to go down every single aisle and no, no, no. I think I'm only gonna get a few things this time. It's the middle of the month. I don't really need to go that back. So usually I buy all the groceries at the beginning of the month for the most part, like the meats and stuff like that. And then over time, I like these little shopping trips. It's just like the milk, the fruit and things that don't last more than 2 weeks. So bread, so tortillas, things like that. But me, everything else like meats and stuff like that, I buy in bulk at the beginning of the month, and usually the meats last me for more for the entire month, if not sometimes longer. I'm like, oh, we have extra food this month. Okay, so let's see. Talked about the thing, talked about the thing, talked about the thing. Okay, so you can tell I'm losing my mind and I'm running out of time. So between all the mishaps between not getting a keyboard, not getting a mouse, running out of ink. Other than that, I think it's coming along okay. can't can't do any more than that, right? Um, but I'm just glad that I am able to do this because a lot of people don't even have the extra funds to even get started. I'm just glad I had a little bit of extra funds from when I was working to go ahead. I don't like that background. Let's go ahead and put this one back on. Okay, sorry. I just don't like having, I don't know what the thing is with beds in my shots, but I don't care for them unless I'm on them. Unless I'm actually laying down in bed and I'm on with that, that's fine. Um, but yeah, other than that, if anybody else has any ideas, like I was looking at how to make one of those little this wheels, but then I was like, oh, I'm really running out of time. That would be cool idea for next time. So I'm thinking about maybe like after this event, just to make one, just to have one for future events, because I think spinning a wheel is kind of nice, and I would hopefully at that time I will raise a little bit more funds so that way we can have pins and stuff like that. Because that was gonna be my next thing. I was like, I needed something versatile with my information on it, like pins, pencils, or little notepads, sticky pads, or something like that. But again, it is what it is. And trust me, from I think I've come a long way from from some others who have been trying to do this for a while, and I know how hard it is. So when they're still trying to get, things going, I'm like, geez, can we get things going? I just don't understand why when we're doing something that is in in general good for everybody, they just kind of overlook it. And which is true because I was listening to, oh, what is her name? I want to get into that because we are going to talk about her because I don't even know how her information came across my YouTube. I've never seen her or TikTok, and I don't even know what you know, but she just popped up and I just like literally started like binge watching it, not purposely, but you know how when you watching one and you're like, okay, it's the end of the show, or like the end of this one, and then you go to the restroom and you start doing, then you come back and you're like, oh well, this one's good too, let me sit down and finish watching this one. And so it's not like I sat there and watched the whole things, but because I needed to come in and start doing some of this stuff. But it was very interesting. I did agree with a lot of things, especially when it comes to the kids. Um, where is she? I know it was no wrong one. I hate little gnats when they come in. They come in, and then that's what the thing is. Since it's so gloomy, like I don't really have like our living room doesn't have a light or a ceiling fan. Um, so which is why we always have light, the kitchen light or the dining room light or something, little hall light on, but that doesn't really shine up the whole room. So I always have the blinds open. With when there's sun, like it just shines in. But like today, it was, since it's gloomy, I literally had to go outside into a sunny area to look at my like the things I was making, like my flyers and stuff, just because it's so dark in here. So I completely understand that this is not working. I don't like this. It's right here. Come on. Her name is Hannah Alonso. And she had some really good ones. I do want to go over some of them. And then, like, I don't know I don't know if I was watching it from this one or my personal. Because I have my normal YouTube, my personal YouTube channel that I just go and watch people's videos on, and then I have the one that I create on, and I'm here live on. Well, I can't find the one I watched earlier. I see all the other ones, but they're not the ones I really wanna. Or pressures. Okay. Or not, or I did watch the unschooling. If you want to learn a little bit about what's going on with the unschooling, that was cool. Dang it. It was has to do with like these parents. They were putting their kids on TikTok's toxic nature and lucky girl syndrome. Uh, I guess I'll look for it later and I'll show you guys. But she kind of talks about like moms or parents posting embarrassing things about their children online. Basically, like having boundaries of what you post online, and a lot of them had to do. He was going potty. Okay, a lot of them have to do with like personal things, like the first period or things like that that most people generally keep private. They're basically blasting it all over the thing for for money and stuff like that. I need to, because that is, I think she was, I mean, she put it really nice. I give her that. She went, she took it, she was professional with it. I would have been like, no, like people need to call CPS on you, like, because putting your child through this is torture. It is abuse. And yeah, I wish I could find it. These kids' birthdays. I saw the birthdays out of like where the moms go totally crazy for the birthdays, and it's like a 1 year old birthday party. You're like, why are you spending $3,000 to $5,000 on a 1 year old birthday? Ugh. School equals bad, color equals ugly. God, what are these? I really want to. I mean, oh well, why don't I just go to the watched? Oh, because I wasn't on this channel when I was watching it. Okay. She has trad wives on here. That is hilarious. Okay, I haven't really gone through that, but these entitled, okay, Rage. Okay, these are the ones I was looking at. I've seen a couple of these, but which one is it? I don't remember like the titles to it. Oh, here it is. Sharenting. Oversharing parents will post anything for views. Yes, this is the one. And I may have to change my because I wasn't really update to the event and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. Share. Because like I said, she puts it very nicely. I would have been like abuse, 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 abuse. So let me go ahead and get this up for you guys. And I'm gonna drop off. I will come back just to kind of commentate and put my 2 cents in, but I just kind of want you guys to kind of like get the feel of what's going on, and I'll probably skip it through some parts to get to other stories. But she, yeah, she'll explain. Okay, let's see.
Brains are just wired differently. Everything is seen as an opportunity for content, nothing is off limits, and their first reaction is to pick up their phone. That is so disturbing. You think the embarrassing moments I've shown you so far are bad? Watch this.
8 o'clock a.m. just got back from taking the kids to school drop off, and just got her first. Yeah.
You would never want evidence of this happening to you on the internet, so why are you not treating your child with the same respect? At what point do we stop and say, this is not a coincidence, this is not an accident, this is purposeful exploitation in a very inappropriate way? It seems as though their priorities lie with getting attention from strangers online instead of protecting their child's safety and privacy, and it makes me sick. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Influencer Insanity, where we cover all things influencer culture and problematic social media trends. My name is Hannah, and today we're going to be covering the social media epidemic of sharenting, where parents will go to extreme lengths to overshare aspects of their children's lives for really no other purpose than for views and attention. So here we go. I've broken this video up into 3 different sections, and I will say things get progressively worse as we go along, so we're going to ease into it slowly. This first section is dedicated to examples of parents who like to document their children's negative emotions or difficult parenting situations and share them with the world because they know that there's some level of shock value to it, and they know that it gets a lot of views and engagement. Here's an example of a difficult parenting situation. This is a video of a mom who took her 4-year-old to go get her ears pierced without her dad's knowledge, and you'll see what happens. Hello, editing Hannah here. You're actually not going to see what happens in the next clip because they submitted a copyright strike on my YouTube video. This is actually the second time I'm uploading this video, Influencer Insanity episode 6, because when I uploaded it for the first time this morning, it had only been live for about 45 minutes before a copyright claim was submitted on my video for this next section. So I'm inserting this clip right here to give you a little bit of an explanation. Don't worry, I'm still going to tell you what happened in the video clip, and we're still going to discuss it, and I'm still going to give my thoughts about it. When the copyright claim came through, it was very confusing and very strange, and I wasn't expecting it, because when you upload your video to your YouTube studio, it runs all the checks. It runs all the restrictions. It makes sure that it's completely okay and you're following all the guidelines and that it's good to go to be live. It sat like that in my YouTube studio for the past 3 days. Completely unaffected, said that it was not restricted, good to go. Which made perfect sense to me because you're allowed to use people's social media clips and screenshots in your YouTube videos as long as there's not copyrighted music on top of it. But you're allowed to share those clips on the screen just like I do for the purpose of education, commentary, or criticism under the Fair Use Act. I have a disclaimer at the start of every single one of my videos detailing that. This particular clip of the daughter going to get her ears pierced did not have copyrighted music. This was just an Instagram reel that that was posted on the internet. It should be fair use. So my first instinct was to take down the video, figure out what's going on, and then re-upload a compliant version of the video, which is what you're seeing right now. And in my little investigation to figure out what the heck is going on, because this should not have happened, I went back to the original Instagram reel that this influencer posted, and it looks like she edited her caption to say this. She put a little section at the end that says, "This content is exclusively managed by Cater's News. To license or use in a commercial player, please contact Cater's News." And then they leave their email and phone numbers. And then it clicked for me, because this is not the first time I've encountered something like this, actually. In my 5th Influencer Insanity video about rage baiting, I had a clip in there of somebody doing some ridiculous recipe. It was within the compilation where I was talking about how all these people are doing these disgusting, gross foods to make people angry so that they comment about how disgusting it is, right? And when I uploaded that video to my YouTube Studio, it flagged this one little section of this one visual clip, I didn't even include the audio, of a certain creator's Instagram reel featuring this recipe she posted. And it said that that person is the copyright owner of this segment. You can't include it in your video. For the rage baiting video, the YouTube Studio let me know about that copyright issue before it went live so I could fix it. That was not the case with this video. But what this tells me, and what I have since learned, is that influencers will hire agencies to go out and search for their content on the internet included in other people's videos, and then submit copyright claims against them for using it. Zeke has come to join the party. He wants you to know he's irritated about this too.
Okay. Sorry, guys. My had to go take my dog. Have the boys take the dogs out. Um, but yeah. So you see that's not cool. Like, and then to go and copyright this lady. Yeah, I feel bad for her. Um, when you try to do things legitimately the correct way and try to be, I mean, she blurs out the kids' faces, and things like that. I mean, technically, the mom already put the kids' faces out there, so but she's still being due diligent and covering the kids' faces and continuing to talk about this, what's going on. But apparently, they didn't want to be thrown into the subject and whatnot. But she still talks about them. So good job. Way to stick to your guns there, or. It was a figure of speech. YouTube, don't do nothing to me for that. Okay. We're gonna continue.
So I don't know what this means. I don't know how this is legal. I don't know how this is allowed. I don't know anything about it. I literally just learned that this is something that influencers are now able to do. And I think it's very interesting that this creator edited her caption later on after it was posted, after it got 8 million views, after she got a lot of heat in the comments, to say this content is managed, you can't use it, you can't repost it, you can't comment on it. Okay, well, here's my way around that. I'm not going to show you the video. I'm not going to show you screenshots. I'm not going to include her images in any way. I'm just going to share my opinion about it, because they can't can't copyright strike that. This was a video of a mom taking her 4-year-old daughter to Claire's to get her ears pierced, and she did it behind her husband's back. The first thing out of her mouth, the first thing on the screen is her daddy did not approve of this decision. So they go to Claire's, they get the daughter's ears pierced, and then they come home to film the dad's reaction to him learning that they went behind his back and did this. And he says, quote, "Are you serious? I'm actually pissed off at you." He said this was an us decision. We needed to decide if we were going to go and have her ears pierced together. He wanted to be a part of the experience. He was worried about the placement and making sure that it was done correctly. And her response to that was totally flippant. She continued to film him. She's like, "It's fine. She really wanted to. Can't you just be happy for her?" And his response was, "I'm happy for her. You and I are going to discuss later." He was mad. He was not okay with her doing this. I know it's not the same just hearing me narrate it for you and making you imagine it yourself. If you were here in the first 45 minutes, you got to see that clip for yourself and you know I'm not making it up. And by the way, if you were somebody who clicked on the video as soon as it went live, you are real one. Thank you so much. I am so deeply appreciative for your support, more than I can ever express. So enough of me. You want to get back to the video. I can't show you this clip, but you will hear my commentary, and here it is. Let's get on with it. What I'm thinking to myself as I'm watching this is, why is this something that we, internet strangers, need to see? This is a private conversation that the general public does not need to witness. This is between you two as parents and as spouses. I can understand wanting to film this kind of event for your own personal memories of your daughter getting her ears pierced, but the fact that it went so south and then she still decided to post it is really confusing. The content is, see how pissed off my husband gets about this. That's the hook. The first thing out of her mouth is her daddy did not approve of this decision, obviously intended to stop the viewer in their tracks and watch the whole thing through to see what the issue is. What did he get so mad about? There's just so many layers of it that I find concerning. The first is that she knowingly went behind her husband's back to go get their daughter's ears pierced. She knew that he wanted to be a part of the decision and the experience, and she still went ahead without him, which I think is disrespectful. Not that you should need your husband's permission to do things, but you can tell that it obviously meant something to him, and she robbed him of that experience intentionally and filmed it. That's the second issue, that she documented every step of this experience with the intention of posting it, knowing that it would make her husband upset. The third issue is once she got home and she had confirmation that her husband was in fact upset, she still kept the dang phone in his face. If your partner says,
I love that. She just kept the dang phone in her face, in his face. No, those are real people. They're not ghosts. But anyway, but we get what she's saying on that video. Like, that's just, why are you gonna intentionally piss off your husband? Like, what would you? I don't know. Oh, she's right. A lot of this stuff is for views, but at whose expense? Let's see if she goes on to a new. I don't remember how many were. Mm, okay. So the next one she's gonna do is these babies are gonna the dads shaved off like their beard and mustache, and and then catch the baby's reaction on camera and post it. So this is what she um kids, they don't even watch wrestling. How do they know about wrestling? Um but anyway, yeah, so I remember I watched a video. Oh, it had to have been at least 2 years ago on Facebook. And I think it was on, now I don't know if it originally stemmed from Facebook or this was like a TikTok video that was on, on Facebook being searched around. All I know is somehow I had seen this video, and it was about, I think it was like this baby, like she was getting scared, like they were scaring her, and she was freaking out, freaking out, and the parents and the family were just laughing, watching this baby go hysterically crazy, like scared, shaking, crying, thinking it's the coolest thing as parents to do. I was like, that's sad. Like, poor baby, she's gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life. Um, hey, did he go poop? Oh my goodness. I don't know where my son got the biting, but all of a sudden, this like the last 2 weeks, he's just been biting and biting and biting. So he been my oldest, or one of my oldest. Whoopsies. Um, but anyway, so yeah, so like this baby was free. I'm talking like shivering, shaking, screaming, crying, freaked out. I'm like, dude, you know you're in my video. And walks off. Okay. Like, seriously, dude, seriously. So, I know it's almost snack time. Actually, it's almost food time. I don't even know what I'm gonna order because I don't feel like cooking today. Again, I don't even feel like doing. I don't know. I think it's gonna be that me starting that time of the month because that's the only time I. It's like I feel so depleted and I'm already exhausted, and I know I really didn't do that much today besides work on the computer and print and do stuff. So, um, anywho, and these kids never get to let me work. Okay. Do 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 do. Never a dull moment. I swear, if my life could be filmed 24/7, you'll be like, girl, I'm not even in your position, and I lost my mind. Like, I remember my sister. Yeah. This is why my sister never had a kids party because she never wanted all my kids there. Okay. Just say, even her kid when he was a kid didn't have kids party just so my kids wouldn't be there. But anyway, um forgot what I was my train of thought. But anyway, let's continue because I think she gets into that with this mustache thing, and I just remember like if you can picture these kids freaking out, that's what that little I can't remember was a boy or girl anymore. Like I said, it was a few years back, and that was like my first video seeing something like that. So when she brings it up, I was like, do like more people actually do that? Like, and nobody's going to check to see the welfare of these kids or anything because these parents are crazy. So let's continue. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry.
Peekaboo! Hey! Baba! Baba! Baba!
I can't even look at you.
Hi!
And understand what's going on, and you learn. Basically, parents who will post things about their kids that the kids would be embarrassed to look back on as an adult. That's something I always think about. How is this going to impact the kid in 10, 15 years when this video of them exists on the internet? Here's what I mean. Just watch this.
What is it?
Wait, no, besito.
New besito for Bella.
What is that?
That poop? Smell it.
Did you go poo poo? Smell it, please. I can't.
No, you smell it.
No, I can't.
I'm not smelling that.
What we just watched was an entire Instagram reel dedicated to showing the viewer how poop fell out of their toddler's pants during a photo shoot. This is something that could reasonably happen with a potty training toddler, absolutely, but it should not be something where you watch this back and think to yourself, yep, the world needs to see this. I'm gonna do a zoom jump cut replay of my toddler pooping so that everyone can see. But it's true. You think the embarrassing moments I've shown you so far are bad? Watch this.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great
8 o'clock a.m. Just got back from taking the kids to school drop off, and just got her first. Yeah. So I'm gonna teach her how to use one of these, and then we're gonna go to the store. I was wondering why she was breaking out so much. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to use this. Okay? Did you just say, why can't I be a man?
That's what I was saying. I thought you were
Alright.
going to until today.
So I'm gonna show you how to use this. We're grabbing those. These. We're gonna get her those. Like, am I dreaming? This is not a dream. No. She was like, why can't I just be born a boy? Alright, we got some ibuprofen. Just insisted that she needed donuts. They would be better if they were actually from the real Krispy Kreme and not Kroger. We're going to Dunkin' to get donuts and not Kroger. We got her dozen of donuts. Those look so yummy. I had a blueberry glazed donut, but we're gonna have a little period party for on Sunday. You're weird.
What kind of sick joke is this to be making a video about your daughter getting her first period and posting it to your nearly 700,000 followers? This video has 3.2 million views. Not only are you having a family conference in the bathroom about getting your first period, but your mom is filming you to be able to post it online for millions. This poor kid is clearly uncomfortable. Her arms are crossed. She's got like this nervous.
Hey, Temper. Hey, Temper. Welcome. We're just kind of chillaxing today, going over some stuff, watching some videos. I already kind of talked about the event on Saturday, so I'll kind of finish up with that again. But yeah, I'm showing videos of like I came across. I was kind of explaining it. I don't know how I came across her, but she just kind of popped up on my algorithm, I guess, and kind of watched a few of her stuff, and this one really caught it, since it kind of fits in with the whole abuse thing. I was like, this could be considered, child abuse. Like, really, this like is mentally disturbed. Like, why would embarrassing your kid or scaring your kid to shit is funny? Like, we all used to prank back in the day, scare each other, boo, but like, we're talking about infants and little toddlers and babies that don't know any better and can't register some of the stuff that's happening. It's just crazy. And then with this poor girl who just started her period, I know. I was like, I didn't tell my mom right away either. Like, geez, did she really need to know? Just like you knew it was coming. Just make sure the stuff's underneath there, and then whenever I needed it, it was there. Like, thank you. Have a nice day. But I really gave into this time. I'm like, nobody needs to know I'm on it unless it needs to come up. Like, why? And then did you see how the dad was there, like licking his lips and oh yeah, I thought you were a boy until now. Like almost in a perverted way. Like he was waiting for her to turn womanly so he can almost like a predator. Like this fool was almost like a predator. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that one. So I'm gonna have to go back to that one because that is crazy. Yeah, you on your period now. Like what? Seriously? Nastiness. Pure nastiness. Disrespectful and nasty. I don't get that. I mean, let's continue.
Her mom recorded all of it so that she has content to post to her followers online. You period. Yes, it's normal. Yes, it's natural. No, it is not something taboo or shameful, but this is a private family conversation. I think it's great that you have the type of relationship with your daughter to talk about these things openly as a family and to support her through that experience. But again, it's not something we as the viewers need to be witnessing. I think most women can agree that getting your first period is a very awkward, uncomfortable, strange experience, and we can all kind of recall what that moment was like, and I'll be damned if my mom set up her phone on a tripod to document the whole ordeal and share it to millions of people. I'm glad to see that people in the comments are noticing the issue with this too, though. Many people are like, ooh, this is not a good look. This is too personal. You've taken it too far. This is oversharing. Yes, it's normal and natural, but we need to be setting boundaries around what goes public. Same thing with this next clip. This mom is filming her 5-year-old who appears to be having her first crush, sharing food Lady and the Tramp style and holding hands and hugging. Again, having a first crush is something that most kids experience, and it's not taboo, but it's also not content. And this could be embarrassing for your kid to have this experience be documented and posted by their mom. This account has over 800,000 followers, and this video has 2.7 million views. I think that we're overstepping a boundary with this kind of thing. Your kids are not content, and their life experiences don't need to be filmed and consumed by strangers. Another example of oversharing, and in my opinion, an extreme invasion of privacy, is this mom sharing one of her 10-year-old son's journal entries with the world. Her caption says that he wrote, "But happy days don't just come for free. In fact, nothing in this world is just free, and you have to work for good days. Good days are like goals that we're trying to get to, and sometimes it can be hard, but you can't give up or you're basically miserable all the time. So pull yourself together and work hard because happy days are worth fighting for. He's 10, she says. First of all, who reads their child's journal? Who helps themselves to reading somebody else's private personal thoughts? I'm of the opinion that unless you're concerned for your kid's immediate safety, leave that journal.
I don't get it with these parents. I don't get it with these parents. Why are you gonna read? Okay. First of all, if you're gonna read a child's journal, you don't go and mention it to the whole world. Then that kid's gonna find out that you read their journal. And then it's a 10-year-old, so I'm pretty sure I'm hoping that they're not on social media to find out that she posted it all over YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, whatever it was. But yeah, I just think from the babies to that girl with the thing. This one, first of all, why would you let your 5-year-old kiss a boy anyway? Lady Tramp style. I mean, Lady Tramp. Is it Lady in the Tramp? Lady in the Tramp, not Lady Tramp. My bad. Lady in the Tramp, not Lady Tramp style. Oh my god, I did say that. I am sorry. That's not what I meant. It's not what I meant. It came out wrong. But that was a good one. I caught it though. But that was good. I was like, why are you gonna let your child be like a lady tramp? But okay, no, no. But still, a 5-year-old, it's one thing to take them out to McDonald's or whatever, but you're gonna let them split a bowl of spaghetti and do an infamous Lady in the Tramp kiss, like, which would you allow your 5-year-old to do? What will you allow your 7-year-old to do or your 10-year-old? I can only imagine. Yeah, it's okay. You can sleep with the boy at 10 now, because you only kissed a boy at 5. Like, what in the world? I don't know. But I want to go back to that. I'll eventually go back to that dad one, because that was just horror. Like, I could still see him licking his lips. Like, ew, predator mode. Like, no, let me see if I can go back to that little scene right there. Let's go back to that, because I'm not worried about the little Lady in the Tramp thing, whatever. But okay, I missed it, guys. Let me. Okay. I don't. Anyway, so again, Aaron, I don't know what you were typing. It just kind of, it literally deleted it before it even came up. So I have no clue what you did. But it looks like you're only timed out for 600 seconds, so about 10 minutes. So you're more than welcome to come back. I I don't know. I guess I have the restrictions on too tight. Too tight. So I'll see what I can do about going back. If I remember how to get back to the settings and stuff. So because I never had this happen, and although I don't know if anybody's ever tried to either, but we'll get it fixed. We'll figure it out, right? But again, back to I totally missed the video because I was distracted with that. Sorry. Apparently can't do two things at once right now. But yeah, so back to the video. So but that creeps me out. That creeps me out. Like, let me see if I can go back. Yeah, let's go back to it. Let's play it.
But instead, actually seeing the child on the potty is what gets views, which is so sick, but it's true. You think the embarrassing moments I've shown you so far are bad? Watch this.
8 o'clock a.m. just got back from taking the kids to school drop off, and
dancing? Why is he dancing? Like he's more excited than the mom is. Like my dad was one of those like, oh, I don't. It was cover the ears. He didn't want to hear the word, let alone be excited for us. To most men, like when their daughter has like the first period, usually they think the whole life is over because that means they're one step away from ever having a kid. Like, you know, so why is this dad so happy that his daughter got her first period? I mean, he's over there coming up with the dad. It's not the mom and it's not the daughter together having, of course, like she said, a little period party. But then again, you don't announce it to the whole world that you and your daughter had a period party. But I'm just saying, like, he's there. Like, look at his lips. He's he's fantasizing about it, like while like the mom is there. Like, I don't know. Something gives me like Diddy vibes from this. Really. It really does. If it makes anybody else uncomfortable, I don't know. But I know this, like, when I first saw that, I was like, I totally forgot that she even had a parent. Like, why does he keep looking at her? Like, why is she licking her lips at his daughter? Like, that's just creepy. Really weird. And then she eventually gets to that topic, like to where um people are creepy. Like, you don't know that you're putting your child on the internet and then anybody can go and take that picture and save it to their nastiness profile or folder, and who knows and does what with and she'll get to, we're gonna get to the other ones. I'm gonna fast forward because this is a long video night, and it was really this video and another one that really concerned me. But God, look at that. Look at that. That does not freak you the heck out. Double a hockey sticks. Like, I'm getting a bad sense about this right here. A bad feeling. I won't be surprised if something happens. Because you're just announcing it to him and the whole world, all predators, that she's starting. Okay. I don't understand parents. Sometimes I don't understand what I do. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. My husband's getting off of work. What the heck? Oh. Okay. My battery's getting ready to die too. I know. Go to low power mode. Okay. So maybe I'll get with Temper. I'll get with you later on what happened with get to know with Aaron. Um, but again, back to this video. Creepy as hell. Creepy as hell. Now, I don't know who was worse, the dad or the mom, but creepy as hell. So that's and I'm glad this lady blurred out the videos, because I'm sorry, Miss Hannah, I don't know how to do that yet. So thank you.
Just got her first. Yeah. So I'm gonna teach her how to use one of these, and then we're gonna go to the store. I was wondering why she was breaking out so much. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use this. Okay? Did you just say, why can't I be a man?
That's what I was saying. I thought you were
Alright.
going until today.
So I'm going to show you how to use this.
We're grabbing those.
Just got her first.
But instead, actually seeing
It's to school drop off. And just got her first. Yeah. So I'm going to teach her how to use one of these. And then we're going to go to the store. I was
down, okay? There are creepers on the internet who will actively seek out content of children doing adult-related things or saying I have to about my kid because I know it'll get views. And the final section of this video, which I've been putting off because it's so heavy and so upsetting, has to do with parents posting content of their children doing things that, let's just say, are not meant for kids. I have to be careful with my language because I don't want YouTube to suppress or restrict this video, but I think you can pick up what I'm putting down, okay? There are creepers on the internet who will actively seek out content of children doing adult-related things or saying adult-related phrases or words. And some of these parents are out here serving it up on a silver platter, and it is disgusting. And a lot of it rides that sensitive line of some people will watch it and think that it's harmless, and other people will watch the same video and think that it's incredibly problematic. And the parents can use that in their defense. They can say, well, if you saw this video and you made that conclusion, then you need to get your mind out of the gutter. It was obviously just a joke. It was obviously just for fun, and you're the sicko with the dirty mind. But I'm just saying, if there is any question in your mind about how the content of your child may be construed, it is best to not post it. But sadly, parents still do because they're hungry.
That is so true. That is so true. Oh my God, my computer's trying to slow down. Apparently, I've been over here on this thing for over an hour already. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was saying. So be careful because even though you may think it's, see, everybody has different levels of humor. And, you know, some have tasteful humor, some is distasteful. And, you know, but at the same time, we're not the only people out here. Whether, I mean, if somebody's commenting on yourself saying, I don't think that's such, I got this impression of it, best believe like 10 other people probably got that same impression, you know, so just think about it. Let's finish up.
Hungry for views. Here's some examples of what I mean. This is a video of a mom setting up a camera and leaving her 2-year-old daughter alone in the bathroom to say as many swear words as she wants. She goes, since you can't stop saying bad words, here you go, here's your chance, get it all out of your system, essentially. And this is a whole clip of a 2-year-old little toddler saying a bunch of curse words. Some families have rules around allowing their kids to swear at home, and that's fine. It is not fine to film it. It is not fine to post a video of your 2-year-old dropping F-bombs on Instagram. I know you think it's funny and silly that your kid is talking like this, but once this video is on the internet, you don't know what's going to happen to it or what it's going to be used for, or who is going to take that video of your child and manipulate it. This is not the first time I've seen a video like this. It's kind of a trend and it worries me. We've seen a lot of videos of kids being dragged into their parents' content, but here's a couple of clips from an account of so-called child influencers or Gen Alpha influencers. The mom runs the account, but the kids run the show.
We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course, we are obsessed with skincare. We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course, my favorite stores are Sephora and Ulta. We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course, we wear a headband when we're doing our Get Ready With Me's. We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course, we don't have toys.
The girls on this account do a lot of influencer cosplay, essentially, where they're mimicking and replicating a lot of the common influencer type content we see from adults. Get ready with me's, skincare routines, outfit of the day, Sephora hauls, and it is the most dystopian thing to watch this kind of behavior from 7-year-olds. It doesn't feel natural or normal. It feels like they've studied for a role and they're acting out what they think influencers do. And the mom sometimes pops into the frame like a stage mom, like, all right, girls, you know what to do. They're pretending to be adults. That's what it feels like. Their mannerisms, their word choices. Watch this.
Ready for school.
Y'all have said we should try Ever Eden. Today's the day.
This looks so pretty. It's so cute. I love the little face on it. I'm obsessed. First, let's get our face wet. It feels foamy. Refreshing. Next up, our face cream. Let's pump. Oh, this actually smells like peach. I love peach. Like, it's my favorite scent. You know that? Final step, our SPF. I love it. So cute. How do you pump it?
You gotta twist it.
Oh, there we go. I love the little hole that pumps out of. It smells good. Everybody's gonna be like, what's that smell? I'm gonna be like, it's my face. I feel so clean and fresh right now. Me too. Ever Eden, you are a new favorite. Peace out, bro. Peace out, sis.
Like, where did you learn to talk and act like this? You're 7. You're in 2nd grade. This one was really disturbing to me too.
I'm 7. Of course I wash my face. I'm 7. Of course I don't use retinol. We love playing with makeup. Who doesn't? I'm mature for my age, so sue me. My sister, if you don't like her, you deal with me.
I'm mature for my age? Honey, you're 7 years old. This isn't maturity. This is the result of being exposed to social media at far too young of an age. And something about having her laying on her bed going, I'm mature for my age, feels so icky to me. That was a very poor choice of positioning and
Yes. I do think that was bad. Because like she'll go into detail about how you can cut, splice, and all this other stuff. Well, not into detail, but she explains the reason behind this madness and why it shouldn't be done. And she is correct. And I feel like people need to take a bigger stand on this, and because this is really flirting with the lines of abuse. Like you're messing with your kids' health, mental health, and makeup, physical, whatever, whatever, whatever. But that's her mental health. She's gonna think she's needs that stuff for the rest of her life. Poor thing. And then not including that, don't you understand? Like your body eventually becomes immune to certain things. So if you're starting skincare products at the age of 7, your body is already gonna be pretty much used to um all the ingredients in that. It's no longer going to be helpful. It it's just like any kind of medication you take. It's just like anything. It no longer once your body gets accustomed to it, it no longer does what it needs to do. You need to take it a step further. And unfortunately, in this case, they may take it a step further. But again, I'm still getting creeped out about that dad. I'm sorry, but I can't get that picture in my head. Okay. Thanks, Hannah. Oh my God. Let's continue. I wanted to see
phrasing, likely on the mom's part, who seems to be direct with of children saying, doing, or wearing things adults. Aside from their exploitation on behalf of their parents for views and money, I feel concerned when I see children cosplaying as adults online. I think we're entering dangerous territory. And this is where we get to the most disturbing implications of parents posting anything about their kids for views. There's no better example than this mom on TikTok who has 17 million followers, who immensely exploits her 3-year-old daughter and has been since the day she was born. I'm not going to say the name of this account. I am sure that you've come across about. This mom rides an extremely sketchy line where she, in my opinion,
Like, we're almost done, guys, and now it doesn't want to play.
creeps are
Okay.
going to do with that soundbite. I tend to be wary when there's content of children saying, doing, or wearing things meant for adults. Aside from their exploitation on behalf of their parents for views and money, I feel concerned when I see children cosplaying as adults online. I think we're entering dangerous territory. And this is where we get to the most disturbing implications of parents posting anything about their kids for views. There's no better example than this mom on TikTok who has 17 million followers, who immensely exploits her 3-year-old daughter and has been since the day she was born. I'm not going to say the name of this account because I don't want to drive any more traffic to it, but with 17 million followers, I am sure that you've come across them if you spend time on TikTok. You've got to know exactly who I'm talking about. This mom rides an extremely sketchy post are her toddler taste tests, where her daughter is positioned in her high chair and she eats whatever her mom hands to her. And I'm sure you can see exactly where this is going, but sometimes the foods that are handed to her are shaped a certain way. For example, frozen honey. Who's eating frozen honey? I no idea, but apparently this mom thought it would be a great idea for a video. It has 106 million views and 392,000 saves. 392,000 people saved this so that they could come back to it and watch it again later. Think about that. Think about that critically for a second. Here's a gigantic Costco hot dog, 10 million views, 16.8 thousand saves. This is a fruit roll-up pickle with 5.5 million views and nearly 7,000 saves. No one films their toddler eating a gigantic pickle wrapped in a fruit roll-up if they're not trying to go for shock value and get views out of it. The mom also posts videos of her daughter saying and doing things that could be taken out of context in a sick way. She posted a video of her 3-year-old daughter accidentally swallowing a piece of gum, and she gasps and she goes, "I swallowed it. Is that okay?" And that's the whole video. 26 million views, 13,000 saves of a video of a child saying something that could easily be misconstrued. Why? What is the purpose? In my opinion, the mom knows exactly what she's doing, and shame on her. There's another video that she posted of her child in her bed, and she lifts up the covers and lifts up her shirt and takes a stuffed animal and kind of tucks it in there. And the mom put the caption, quote, "Just feeding her kitty." At what point do we stop and say, this is not a coincidence, this is not an accident, this is purposeful exploitation in a very inappropriate way? This child is 3 years old and she has 17 million eyes on her, and we know that not all of those eyes have good intentions. And in my opinion, the mom will stop at nothing because she knows that people like to look at her child. She is setting up her child as a pawn to garner attention and views online, and I am terrified about where this is gonna go. So I guess that kind of brings me to my final thoughts on this video. It's true that most people online are not sickos. Most people online don't look at this kind of stuff with a dirty mind, but it absolutely does happen. I think the number of views and the number of saves on this kind of content is proof of that. Why is this stuff getting so much attention if not from the wrong people? The concerns here are that not only is your child unable to consent to this kind of content being posted about them, but they also don't fully understand what they're doing or how it can be interpreted or how this can come back and haunt them in the future. They don't understand how it can be used against them. These images and these videos, they might end up on nefarious websites with bad intentions. This stuff could be screenshotted or screen recorded and saved in people's disgusting little private collections. With the development of AI, I don't even want to know what people are able to do with your child's photos and videos and what they're able to use them for. The point is, we just don't know how the content is going to be used once you have put it online. And that alone should be enough to make you stop and think twice. But that's not so easy for parents who are blinded by views and internet fame. It seems as though their priorities lie with getting attention from strangers online instead of protecting their child's safety and privacy, and it makes me sick. And with that, that's everything I have for you for today's video. I know that it was a bit of a heavier topic. I hope my intention
Okay. So again, if you haven't seen any of her videos, they're actually really good. She points out a lot of the negative stuff behind some of the things, and she's also, or I know she has a master's in education, but I don't think she's currently working in the schooling in this district or whatever. I think she homeschools her kids and does this for a living. Um, she's good at it, so I mean, why not? But yeah, there's a lot of things that I like. She kind of brings you back to reality from the internet world. So yeah. Um but yeah, she's completely right about these parents. Like, you're exposing your kids to things that they shouldn't be exposed to, whether you know it or not. But if people come at you a certain way, then you should take that with a grain of salt and really evaluate what they have to say. And anyway, on top of that, like I said, I think this is all some type of form of abuse. Like local authorities should be investigating these types of cases and things like that to see what is really going on. Like, you're purposely putting your child in danger. It's almost like child endangerment. I don't know. Like, Am I wrong? Does anybody else see this? Please let me know, because I mean, I'm pretty on board with her. Like I said, she did do it nice. She didn't say that they were abusing their kids. She just says she's talking about purposely go online to watch those types of videos and things like that. So again, like I said, she put it nicely. She really did. But I really think what these parents do to their kids is a form of abuse. Why would you intentionally scare the daylights, the heebie bejeebies out of your little child? I mean, there's a difference between play boo and let's give this kid nightmares for the rest of their lives. Like, I don't understand that. And I don't understand how embarrassing. I'm still creeped out about that dad. I don't know. Did anybody else get a bad feeling about that dad? Because I still got a bad feeling about that dad. I mean, she was mentioning sickles about the kids, and I completely understand that. But I really think that that teenager is in danger with parents that are so happy and gung ho for their child to get their period. I don't know, especially the man, woman. And I get it because that's what how we bond. But for the dad to be as excited and as I mean, he was salivating at the mouth. Like you didn't see, like all he needed was some drool to come out of his mouth. Like who? When people do that, what does that mean? Like they're 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 ready for something. Let them in. Real quick, okay? All right, guys. So it looks like my kids are done playing in the room, so I am gonna let you go. Again, don't forget June 21st is my event from 2 to 5 at the Reno Schnitzel here in San Antonio, Texas, off of Water's Edge near 151 and 410. Please come see me for your free gift card and some other extra activities. Thank you so much, Rainbow, for that little suggestion. I am gonna figure out a way to make that happen. So again, thank you for being here. Please, like, share, subscribe, and let's stop all this abuse. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget, pinkies up.